All right, man. What else we got here for today's show?
Discord question of the week. This one's from Philip in the Discord. After 5 weeks, we've all seen enough football to change our priors to some extent. It's still early, and injuries will undoubtedly be a factor, as we're seeing this week. But I'd be interested to hear Sam and Steve's thoughts on the following. Number 1, who are the serious Super Bowl contenders? Number 2, what teams are surprises so far? Number 3, what teams with bad records are the most screwed? Number 4, which teams with bad records or underwhelming play do we think can turn things around and be serious playoff teams? So you want to take those one by one?
One by one. Let's go real Super Bowl contenders.
Yeah. We don't need a team each for this one. This one we can actually, obviously the 49ers and the Eagles, the two undefeated teams. Absolutely.
2 teams in the NFC.
Is there anyone else from the NFC you would throw in there?
5 days ago, I would have said the Cowboys.
Right.
I might be out.
Might be out?
On the Cowboys.
I still think they are. I am, however, starting to think that they do need to avoid San Francisco in the playoffs for that to be a thing.
True.
Like if they just
they could probably compete with Philly.
Yeah, like if the Eagles knock off the 49ers and Dallas just has to go through Philly, I could see that.
Which is unlikely given the seeding potential, but who knows? But yeah. Philly's got a very difficult schedule, as I mentioned, coming up.
There's probably not anyone. Detroit, are they a Super Bowl contender?
Detroit's in the mix. Now, the interesting thing about Detroit is the thing I'm going to give them credit for is waxing bad teams, which is exactly what Dallas does.
Sure.
Right? So we're looking at Dallas and say they wax bad teams. They crush teams, and then they lose the games that are supposed to put them over the hump. Detroit did beat Kansas City in week 1. So that's their signature win, say.
A Kelsey-less.
It was Kelsey-less. It was by 1. There was a fluke, pick 6. Want to see a little bit more from Detroit, but they're trending in that direction.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay, they play Tampa Bay this week. I'm not ready to put Tampa Bay there just because they're 3-1. Can we as a society, can we push back on power rankings? And I'm not going to name names for the people that put out their power rankings that are legitimately just the standings. It's it's the standings, and then if the Chiefs lost a game they shouldn't have won, we'll just bump them up a little bit.
Like an NFL.
My power rankings, Niners 5-0, Eagles 5-0, and then all the 4-1 teams, then the 3-1 teams, then the 3-2 teams, then the 2-3 teams. Those are not power rankings; they're standings.
Like we go to NFL.com and the default is by division, but you can actually sort it by league, like the entire NFL.
That's the power rankings for most people.
Yeah.
They literally just put the standings up there. People probably dropped the Bills 9 spots because they just lost and they're 3-2, even though the Bills are still probably a top 5 team in the NFL. Right? Nothing. They're still a very good team. Great team. Buffalo Bills. But they lost. Drop them. All right. Anyway.
I think as of 5 weeks, Detroit are contenders. Like actual contenders. They've shown they'll get to the playoffs, they'll win their division, and they have enough to scare teams. Jared Goff's playing fantastically. That offense is nasty. The defense is playing really well. I think, let's throw them in there. So 4 contenders in the NFC. AFC.
I might have a question to add to the show here. There was a text from a friend.
Okay.
He doesn't even know we're live. We'll add it after this.
So
AFC-wise.
Kansas City, obviously.
Yeah.
Miami.
Miami's in it. Yeah.
Even though they got fairly well stomped by Buffalo.
Yeah. They got another game in Miami.
Are Buffalo in it? Even though they've lost 2 games.
Buffalo's still in it. Yeah. I don't care if they've lost.
Okay. Who else?
Buffalo's still in it. That might be it. I think the Chargers still have that potential. The Ravens and Chargers still have that potential. The Ravens, I don't know. There's something missing there, and it might just be, they play the Steelers. They've lost 2 ridiculous heartbreakers, right? Overtime to the Colts, and then this game against the Steelers. But the Ravens are still a capable team that can go on a run. So I think the Ravens are in the mix, and I still want to see more from the Chargers. We've seen teams that have atrocious defenses turn things around in weeks 5, 6, and 7 before. They're too talented to play as poorly as they did on defense the first couple weeks. The Chargers, this could be the year I think the Chargers actually beat the Chiefs in a game, in a one-game setting, which might spring some life that the Chargers can also go on a playoff run.